Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am so excited to be here. This is my very first video here on YouTube. I've been watching YouTube almost since it began, and it's one of my favorite places on the internet. And I can't wait to share some beauty and fashion and fitness with you. But I wanted to start this very first video with a review of the new Tati Beauty palette that just launched. And I wanted to start with that first because I have been watching Tati for almost as long as she's been on YouTube, and she has been such an inspiration to me. And I don't know if I'd be in front of this camera right now if I hadn't watched her for so many years. So I thought it would be really exciting to start my YouTube channel with a kind of review and tribute to someone who's made a huge impact in my life. Full disclaimer, Tati has no idea who I am. She's never heard of me. I bought this palette in front of me with my own money. I haven't opened it. I haven't watched any of the reviews yet. I looked at some swatches online because it was pretty hard to stay away from those. But I want all of the opinions in here to be from me and totally my own, so nothing influenced from anyone else. So why don't we go ahead and open the box. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. Okay, so little sleeve, that side. Here is the palette. I love the pan sizes. There are not many palettes that have this size pan for this amount of money. It is $48, plus there was shipping and handling, and there was some California tax in there, I think. It's kind of a monochromatic setup in each row. So each one is its own color story, is what she calls it. So we have Memory, which are all the black ones, Ritual, Story, Soothe, Aura, and Poet. I love the names, that's really cute. So, we've all seen swatches of this. I don't have anything on my eyes, so I think I'm going to get right into applying on my eyes, and I'll scooch the camera closer so we can see. So hopefully this is close enough. At the moment I can't get my camera any closer, but if you want it closer, let me know in the comments and I'll see how close I can get it. So I think I'm going to start with just a nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to lay down some color all over the eye. So I'm going to take the Matte Aura. I do have some makeup up here just to make everything flush with my face. So I don't know if this is really a necessary step, but it will help with blending in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go into Soothe next. I have hooded and downturned eyes, which makes doing eye makeup really, really challenging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up the color a lot in the crease area, and I have to bring my eye color up really far in order to have anybody see it. So I'm going to go into the Matte Smooth. These are blending really nicely. That is super pretty. I think that's one of my favorite browns that I've ever tried. I really appreciate that it's not too warm. Sometimes having something that's too warm can be really challenging to work with. So I like that this is really neutral. I'm continuing to look straight ahead into the beautiful big Tati mirror so that I can see where I'm placing all of this color. I have some glitter in my hair. So, word of warning, the glitter does get everywhere. Just like when you get cards at the supermarket and you have to go somewhere special afterwards, but you've been looking for cards forever and they all have glitter, and then you have glitter in your hair and on your clothes and sometimes on your face, and then 5 hours later you still find new glitter. I don't know why that happens. Now this is kind of what I do for an everyday look in my crease. I love the way that this is blending. I love it. Okay, so now what should I put on the lid? I think I'm going to stick with matte right now. We could just do a full matte look and that would be really fun. I'm going to keep using this brush. This is actually an Anastasia brush that was in one of the palettes that I got. I think I'm going to lay down some of the matte Ritual on the outer corners of my eyes. Okay, so I'm going to take the other side of the brush and just blend and blend and blend. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is blending out so well, and that's one of the issues that I have with other shadows is I lay down dark color and they just don't blend out. I'm really impressed with this. Where to go next? I think on the lid I need to go with laying down color flat. I don't know where to go. It's all so pretty. I really enjoyed the metallic from Soothe, but I think that will be best in the inner corner. So I'm going to go to the metallic from Ritual, and I'm going to lay that down on the middle of the lid. The color is laying down really nice. I'm going to use some MAC Fix Plus in a minute to see if I can get more punch from it. There is some fallout happening on my face. I'm not really tapping off the excess, so that's good to know if you are not used to tapping off excess, which apparently I'm not. Then there is going to be some on your face, so I'm actually getting quite a bit. Okay, so I'm going to use some MAC Fix Plus on this brush. This is a really old and cheap drugstore brush, but we're going to try it. So this is wet now. I'm going to go again into the metallic Ritual on the other side, and let's see what happens. Oh wow. Yeah, you get a lot more color payoff. Again, it's really hard to see anything on my eyes because they're so hooded. If I close them, hopefully you can see that this eye has a bit more punch to it than this eye. This is the one where I put the MAC Fix Plus on. So if you want a big wow color payoff, adding some water or adding some type of setting spray to the brush can be really helpful. Okay, so I'm going to spray it again with MAC Fix Plus, my little travel size. And I'm going to go into Story, and I'm going to do the metallic of Story as well. Yeah, so wetting the brush, if you really want a big wow factor, that's going to give you the best color payoff. Especially if you're doing a big night out and you want your eyes to really shine. I think I'm going to use Ritual. I'm going to use the glitter from Ritual, and I'm going to use my fingers and put it on the whole inner quarter of the eyelid. Again, there is some fallout. I actually have glitter all over my face right now, so I'll have to get that off in a moment. So I'm just pressing it in there. It's really lovely. It reminds me a bit of a dry version of either the Stila Munificent Metals or the Tarte, what's it called? It's one of the Tarte ones that you just put on and it's a liquid. I'll find it later. But let's try if I wet my finger. Let's see if that changes anything. It does, just a little bit. But I would say that these shadows are working the best for me. At least the glitter and the metallic ones are working best when my brush or my finger is wet. I'm not getting as much of a punch if it's just dry. Okay, things are working. I'm trying this and it is actually removing it pretty well. Okay, I'm going to work on the lower lash line now. So I'm going to take this IT Cosmetics brush, and I've used mostly matte colors, so I think I'm going to stick with matte. I'm going to go into the matte Ritual one, and I'm going to put that underneath the whole eye. That's super pretty. So I think while I love all of the shades in here, I really love the mattes. They are really pigmented, they're blending really well, and I like the fact that unlike all of the glitters, which I have no problem wearing glitter in my everyday life, but I tend to do more matte and shimmer looks rather than glitter, so I think I could wear this on an everyday basis and it would be really lovely. That's a smoky eye, that's for sure. Again, I'm going to take another clean brush and I'm going to just keep smoothing and putting this all together. Now, I really wanted to use the metallic one. So I'm going to wet this brush. It's just a smudger brush. Again, from a very old, very cheap collection. And I'm going to take the blue metallic, so if you can see this one right here, and I'm going to smudge that underneath the eye. Might be a mistake, but we'll find out. That is pretty. It's not showing up as well as I would like for the blue, and it could be just the brush that I'm using. There we go. That is pretty. That is really pretty. I almost wish that I had used this color story over my whole eye, but that just means I have to play with it again. That's really nice, and hopefully you can see what it looks like. I'm going to do a bit more detailed work. I'm going to add a bit of mascara. I think I'm going to skip liner right now. I'm going to start with just one little coat of mascara so you can see what it looks like just by itself. And then I'm going to add, I think I'm going to add some lashes. This is a Finished Eyelook, and this is something, I don't know, yeah, I wear it every day. I think I'd wear it every day. I have mostly matte on, and then I have some of the shimmers. I did put some of the glitters on. I think this is really lovely. I'm going to amp up the volume by putting on some massive lashes, at least for me and for my eye shape. So I'm going to use the Faux Mink lashes from Ardell, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. So here's the finished look. I added some lashes. I did a bit more extra in the crease. I added a bit more of the metallics and some of the glitters. From the palette, I added on the inner corner Aura's metallic, and then I did Soothe, the glitter one, a little bit more on the lid here. So I have to say, this is a beautiful, beautiful palette. My honest thoughts, you have to use the glitter glue if you want to use the glitters. I have glitter all over my lovely black top. My fault for wearing black. I've had to get it off my face multiple times now, Part of that is I'm not used to tapping off my brush, so that could be user error. But there is a lot of fallout with the glitters. There is no fallout from any of the other shades though. So I think with glitters, we kind of know that they have to be used with a glitter glue if we want them to stay. That being said, I love the mattes in this palette. I also really love the metallics. I think if I'm looking this way at each of the rows and the types of finishes, my favorite are the mattes and the metallics. I think they're just absolutely stunning, and there's some really special colors in here. So I think this palette is really wonderful. I think it's really unique and versatile, and whether you buy it for yourself or you purchase it for someone else as a gift, I think it's a really lovely present and a really lovely presentation by Tati. I know I looked on the website and they're doing pre-orders right now, so if you don't have this palette yet or you want to purchase it for someone else, it should be shipping by December 15th if I saw that correctly on the website, so you can still get your hands on it and give it to someone as a gift for the holidays. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I've had so much fun filming this first video. I have a lot more planned with beauty reviews and hauls and get ready with me's. I also have some fashion videos planned and some fitness videos. So if you're interested in any of that, please ring the bell, subscribe, and if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.